Hey, I'm Dorothy Kuhn, and here with me today is the wonderful Donya Fahmy, that wonderful, sassy sister. And it's just an honor and just really great to have Donya and her work in Your Best Life giveaway. We are having a ton of fun in this in our giveaway. And Donya, your people know a little bit about you, but you might have some new people that need to know a little bit about your work and your gift and how it benefits people.
Well, thanks, first of all, for inviting me to participate, to be in this. It's always an honor and a pleasure to participate with so many great luminaries, so to speak. So I'm a sustainable wellness success mentor. And what that means is I love helping crazy busy women, especially in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, who are either tired all the time or stressed out all the time. And I love to turn them on to the magic and the power of using natural solutions and natural approaches to have more energy, better focus, which means better productivity, and ultimately stronger immunity, which, these days, who can't use that, right?
Right, right. And that is
So,
so important in my
yeah,
life. It has made a
oh my
huge
gosh.
difference for me.
I like to uh, I like to co-opt that line from Bill Clinton's presidential campaign from way back, where he says, "Oh, it's the economy, stupid," and I go like, "Well, it's the immune system, stupid," And no offense, of course, to anyone, but it really is. At the end of the day, the linchpin to being healthy is taking care of your immune system, and that involves
Yes,
a lot
and
of
I
different things.
didn't realize all the ways in which I was ditching my immune system. It was crazy. And to get that turned around, what a gift.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't realize how there's so much about modern life and the way we live these days that kind of surreptitiously chips away at our immune
Yeah.
system, right? Like,
Hmm.
so it's not like a real noticeable thing in most cases. Obviously, in some cases it is, but in most cases, we're just kind of going along doing our thing, not really
Hmm.
paying it that much attention until a problem comes up. And then when you have a problem,
Until it's so
you have
big
to
we
address
can't
it.
ignore it anymore.
Right, right. So
Yeah.
what I like to do is to try to help women prevent or not have to get to that point before they take some positive action towards supporting their immune system. And there's a lot of different ways we do that, right? The main ways are
There.
that we learn to eat better, eat a little bit
Uh-huh.
healthier, sleep
Hmm.
better, deal with our stress. That's a big one, especially now, right? This year, I can like people's stress is off the chart. There's so much
Off
uncertainty,
the chart.
and so it's a difficult and challenging time, and it requires a certain kind of resilience and inner kind of strength to get through this. Just, the good news is it's not permanent. Thankfully. But we don't know how long it's going to last, and that's the challenge. Is like, how do we get through this period of volatility, uncertainty? How do we like dig in deeper to our own inner strength, and what can we do or use to help us do that? So one of the things I created was that my gift, which is part of this giveaway, obviously, is the Better Sleep Guide, Quick Start Guide, and Checklist. Because I know that
And it's so simple to
it
do
is.
those things. And when you've got a compelling reason, then you'll want to do them.
Well, the thing about it is, it's like, as with anything really in life, it's just about having a greater sense of awareness of where maybe our patterns or our habits or things we don't
Right.
normally are not necessarily, again, obvious, not immediately obvious, that we just take a closer look at certain things. And it's really like, my thing is making it simple, eating healthy doesn't have to
Yes.
be hard and you can enjoy it. Sleeping better
And
doesn't
you're
have
really
to be
good at
hard.
that.
Yeah. I practice what I preach. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, so that's my
And
kind
it's made a huge difference in your life. I remember when we first met,
of,
you had just, come out of a period of long, long illness
yeah.
that medical doctors couldn't do anything about.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully it wasn't super serious, but it was enough to. It was having a negative impact on my lifestyle, on my outlook, on my ability to get things done. And it was a long journey, but I kind
Yeah.
of determined to persevere, and
Hmm.
it has had its ups and downs. And while I'm not 100%, I don't know that any of us ever will be 100%, especially in this day and age. But I have to say, I've never felt better in my entire adult life than I do right now. So. That's
I'm
proof it's
just
in the
celebrate you
pudding.
for that. Yeah. It is so worth the
60's the new
commitment.
40, right?
Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Amen, amen. You look fabulous, darling,
Thank
fabulous.
you.
But one of the things that we're here to do is to really give a shout out to some complimentary gifts that are in the giveaway with you and me and Dolly and a whole bunch of really top level people that I am just so delighted and proud and grateful are a part of this. And you picked out what, two of those folks?
Yeah, I mean, there's a nice long list here, what, like close to 40 or so items,
It's over
but
40 folks.
a couple of them stood out for me personally. One is Monica Armstrong's Seven Keys to Inner Wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah, ebook. Um, I feel like, we were just talking about, finding or getting connected with your inner resilience. And I think that's, something that would be really valuable and helpful to help people do that.
It's very valuable. Yeah. And wisdom really resides in the body.
Within. Yep.
And it's a within thing.
Yeah.
And getting in touch with that, it's so valuable. So valuable.
Yeah. And then the other
And so
one
that's
is
Monica.
from one of my friends, Teresa Taylor. She's a kind of a productivity person and organizing. And she has a thing called 5 questions to ask before you add anything to your to-do list. And who couldn't benefit from that? I'm guilty of having like massive to-do lists every day, every week. So it's really helpful to have a way to filter out like the less important stuff, or have a way to figure out what's the most important thing that should be on your to-do list, today or tomorrow or this week coming up. And so she has cool tips around that too.
Yeah. And how do you make sure and she's really brilliant at letting you know the simple ways to make sure that the actions you take are getting you to the place you want to go.
Absolutely. Yeah. So many distractions, I gotta say.
I don't know what you're talking about, girl.
There are a lot of distractions, and there's a lot of stuff that can really derail you, especially if you're working on a business, or you're trying to improve or your career, or you've got a passion project, whatever it is, it's really hard to stay focused. And so anytime I feel like what I love about this giveaway is it has a nice variety of things in it. A lot of times it's very focused on one topic or one issue, which is fine too, but this way you kind of like widen the scope of people who can benefit from the wonderful pieces that are being offered here. And a lot of these things I know they tend to sell for, a couple $100. So to be able to get access to them, complimentary access is
for free.
Real, yeah, especially at this time.
It is great. It is great. Well, this is so wonderful. And I'm just so thrilled that you are in here, because the work that you do is just extraordinary. I know a few years back when I bought some essential oils for my daughter. She was having these terrible menstrual cramps, and it really helped her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not much of a believer in that, but she loved it.
The stuff really works.
And now she's a little bit older, and it's not a big deal anymore for her. So she kind of grew out of that deal.
And that's just one little example of a natural solution for a problem. It won't necessarily solve a problem, but it can certainly go to great lengths to help address the discomfort or the symptoms that we would normally reach into our medicine chest for something for. And so I'm all about having a plant-based medicine chest. I have like only one non-plant-based thing in mine. I've got herbs, I've got essential oils, I've got all kinds of stuff in there. And home remedies, all that stuff, because it works. It really does. And it's a lot kinder and gentler to your body. So
good.
I started with the whole essential oil thing, and I'm still a huge fan of essential oils. But
and you said you started with, I couldn't make out your words. Started with
oils. With the essential oils.
Yes.
Yeah. So
indeed.
And they're still obviously a big part of my life. But, I like to expand my horizons and bring in other complementary things that work.
Very good. Very good. Always growing. And that's great.
Yeah.
Good. Well, one of the things, and we'll wrap up with this, that I just love about you being in this wonderful giveaway, is that you bring so much to the table, and that everybody who is in the giveaway is bringing all of their communities so that more and more, primarily women, have the opportunity to really step into the best life they want now, and not wondering when it is going to come along.
Right, or not waiting until things become clearer, or I don't know that we're ever going to go back to anything that resembled our past normal, but I think there is a tendency to want to wait and see. And I think,
There can be, yeah.
yeah,
And now's the time to move, because
seize
people
the day.
who move and make a plan in difficult times, they are positioned when the clouds clear, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah. So I say seize the day. Isn't it? When would now be a good time?
Yes,
And the other nice
yes,
thing
it
was
was.
that I think is really nice about this giveaway is that you're donating money to Dress for Success, an organization that helps underserved women, with their careers and their wardrobes. And so I love that. I love that there's a like a charitable
And they do so
component.
much more than I ever realized until we engaged with them. And they are just a fantastic organization, and they have chapters all over the world. So if there's a Dress for Success, if you live near, any moderately sized city, there will be a Dress for Success who is helping women to economically empower themselves, especially women who have had some kind of a challenge in their lives and really need just a bit of assistance to see their way to the future that they hold for themselves, just like your clients do in the health arena.
Yeah. Yeah. Give them some hope and some
Yes.
support and
Yay!
take off and fly. So
Let's
to
take off and
speak.
fly.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I know that you are really busy, and I don't know what I would be doing this afternoon if I wasn't busy. There's so much to do when you're running a big giveaway.
Yeah.
So I love this, and I will send you the stuff that I promised.
All right. Okay.
Okay,
Well, thank you, Dorothy. Have a good afternoon.
you bet.
Okay. Bye.
Bye for now.